Hey guys, this is E with Scrapbooking with me, and no, we're not going to do another vinyl project today. I know some of you are going, yay! This is going to be a little gift box that can hold a candle, something like that. Or you could use these at a craft fair, put a little candle in there, decorate them up and sell them at craft fairs. I know there's lots of craft fairs coming up. So you're going to need a piece of cardstock that is 7.5 by 7.5 inches, and then a piece of just decorative paper that kind of matches, that is 7.5 by 7.5 as well. You're going to score at 2 1/2, at 5, then you're going to turn it and you're going to score at 2 1/2 and 5. So the same score lines both ways. And then on this piece, you're going to score the same identical way. You're going to score at 2 1/2 and at 5. Turn it, 2 1/2 and at 5. Now we're going to go ahead and do all of our scoring. So while we've got our scoreboard out, so you're going to need another piece. This is we're going to call this the base piece, and it's going to be 4 1/2 by 4 1/2. And let's see, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch. Whoops, try not to jump the line. 1/2 inch and 1 on all 4 sides. 1/2 inch and 1. Oops, I just keep jumping the line. Trying to go too fast. 1/2 inch and 1. 1/2 inch and 1. So that's all 4 sides, and it's a good thing this is going to be on the inside, because boy, I butchered that one, didn't I? But not to worry, it's going to be on the inside. Then you're going to need a lid that is 4 3/4 by 4 3/4, and you're just going to score at 1 inch on all 4 sides, just 1 inch. Alright, that is all the scoring that you're going to do right now, so we can lay that scoreboard aside. And go ahead and just fold on all of your score lines and burnish. Okay, now we're going to start working with this piece right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our ruler and our scoring tool. Let me get my glasses on. And we're going to score on each one of these boxes in the corner, from that corner point out to this edge right here. When I get one done, I'll hold it up there so that you can see it. And try to score it just as straight as you can, because that's going to be important. Okay, so you're just scoring a diagonal score line from there to there on all 4 corners. I think I've had too much caffeine today. I'm having a hard time staying in line. Alright, now what you're going to do is just fold those, just to, just give them a little bit of a crease. You don't have to crease them a lot right now. You'll do a better job in a little bit with them. So that's what we have right there so far. Now on this piece, your decorative piece, what you want to do is cut out these 4 corners. You don't need those. So let's grab our scissors. And I have no clue where my other scissors are. Hold on. And just get on a side where you can see that line. I can't see the line on the other side, so I'm going to use this side. So just cut that out right on that score line. Now you have this, and this is going to sit down right in there. So just decide which side that you want to be up. And I think I'm going to use this side. So we can go ahead and glue that down. Now, I did one of these last year, and if I find it, I will try to link it. But then I've also seen Anne's Happy Stamper do one of these as well. So you might want to check hers out. Hers is very, very pretty. So just lay that down and kind of match up all of your score lines and that kind of thing. So that's what you have right there. I'm going to go ahead and fold my score lines again and just give it another burnish since I've got that extra paper in there. So there we go. We've got the bottom of the box started. So let's lay that aside for a moment. And now on this piece, the piece that you scored 2 score lines, the 1/2 inch and the 1 inch, you want to cut out a little circle in the center. Okay, now I need a 2-inch circle in mine, and I have a 2-inch punch. But if I didn't have, just find something that's the size of your candle or whatever you want to put in there. Put it in the center, draw a circle, and then cut it out. You don't have to have this punch. But I'm going to use this just because I have it. And I'm going to punch out just a circle out of some scrap paper. And I'm going to use some repositionable tape. And then I'm just going to lay it down and kind of center it up in there. That looks not centered. Let's try that again. That looks pretty good. And now when I'm using my punch, I want to fold this piece up and then that piece under. That way I won't cut the edge of that off. Hopefully. You notice I said hopefully. So let's slide that in there and put it just exactly where that white circle is, and then just punch. Okay, I did cut a little piece of it off. I cut a little hole in it, which is not a problem at all. That's going to be the side of it, so it's not going to matter. It's going to be inside and on the side like that. It's not going to matter at all. So what you want to do now is you want to cut your corners out just like that to make them look like a little stair step. So you're going to cut down on that, cut down on that one, and then you're going to cut this one, the outside one, completely off, and then you're going to cut the end one off on that, so it makes it like that. See if you can see that. There we go. Okay, let's do that again. You're going to cut down all the way on both score lines. See how I did there? Both score lines. This one, these two little flaps you want to cut off. And then just this end one you want to cut off. So let's try that one more time. There we go. Now, this is the way this is going to fold up. These little flaps are going to go under, and then these are going to go under here, and then these are going to fold under like that to make a little box for your candle to sit in. Alright, that is what you have so far, and now we want to put some adhesive on these little corners right here, because they're going to go in behind that and glue just like that. So let's just put some adhesive on these. you want to put your adhesive on these four little flaps that you have here. They're going to hold this little box together. And then you want to slide them, fold them up and slide them in behind, and then meet your corner just like that. Okay, fold that up, slide it in behind, and then meet the corner. And it doesn't matter which way it's going to fold because this is going to be glued down to the bottom. So those are going to fold over and glue to the pieces that are right there. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So there's the bottom. So we've just glued those to that. And then what this is going to do is this is going to sit down right there in that. So we're just going to put some adhesive on the bottom on these little flaps. And then put it right in the center. Don't put it over your score lines or you will be in trouble. It will not fold up. So there we go. That's where our candle's going to sit. And once you sit your candle down in there, you're not going to be able to see those other pieces. So, and if you want to do yours without having the little hole there, then just use something like this and cut it out. Now what you're going to need is 4 pieces that are 2 3/8 by 2 1/4, and you're just going to cut those right down the middle diagonally. So I'm just going to put mine back in my trimmer and cut it that way. So that's the way you want to cut them. Now these are going to glue down right here. And I think I'm going to use the opposite side of that. Yeah, I'm going to use this side. So we're going to put some glue on there. And this is just matting these to make them look a little bit more decorative. Okay, so there are your mats on that. Now comes the time when you want to really reinforce these score lines that you did diagonally, and you can't really reinforce them going to the inside, so just fold it to the outside and reinforce it. It doesn't matter, all you're doing is breaking down those fibers. It'll still fold in when you need it to. You're going to take your lid, and on your lid all you're going to do is you're going to trim down that score line, and then you're just going to cut out a tiny little wedge. So basically all you're cutting out is just that score line, and then you're going to turn it, and you're going to do this one, cut out that score line, turn it, cut this one, and then turn it your last turn, cut down to the score line, and then just cut out that little wedge. So that is what you have now. And all we're going to do now is we're going to put some adhesive on these, and then we're just going to glue those in there just like that. So again, just make sure that your corners match up. You don't want anything sticking out. You want a nice looking corner there. Now I'm going to take a little piece of paper, and I think this is, let's see what it's cut at. This is cut at 2 1/4 by 2 1/4, and I'm just going to use the opposite side, and I'm going to put a little mat right there, because we're going to decorate the top up just a little bit. And you could put mats on the sides if you wanted to. I don't think I want to on this one. And there's lots of different things that you could put in here. You could make the little base on the inside smaller and put some little lip balms in there. Lots of different things. Okay, we're going to go with some of our flowers. These are from 49 in Market, and I want to show you just a few of the ones that we have in stock. They are selling pretty quickly, so if you want some, go over and grab them. That purple is absolutely beautiful. Let's see another one that I don't have up here. That one's pretty. You get lots and lots of flowers in these too. So we have lots of those in stock. There's a pretty one. So go and grab you some of those while you can. They're great for Christmas decorating, Christmas boxes, all of your projects. I'm going to put these on with hot glue, just because I want them to stand up just a little bit. Whoops, they want my hot glue down on my scissors. It's because I'm impatient and I didn't wait on it to get hot. If you have the hot glue strings like I do here and you don't want to hit it with a heat tool, I take this little tool, and you know that I call this my everything tool, and I just lay it down on one of those strings and start twisting it, and it will wrap all of those strings right around there and pull them all up. I like doing that more than I do heating, because usually when I heat the project, sometimes I get too much heat on it and then the items come up. So, and I'm getting hot glue everywhere because I didn't wait. Wait for your hot glue gun to get hot and slide that up under there. And let's see if we can slide him up under there. There we go. I think we need one more on this side. So what I'm going to do is, this is a little bit too large. It's going to stick out, so I'm just going to cut an edge of it off. And then I'm going to slide him up under there, just like that. And then I'm going to use a kind of a cream colored cardstock, just because there's no white in this. And I'm going to use this stamp, and it comes from this stamp set that we had last year, Silent Night. And it just says, "May peace be your gift at Christmas and your blessings all year through." And I'm going to use some VersaFine ink. There we go. And then we're going to use that same punch to punch this out. And I'm going to put it right there, but I'm going to put it up on some pop dots, I think. So I just put a little piece of foam adhesive behind there, and I'm just going to tuck it in right there. And you know I have to do a piece of bling, at least one. I don't know if I can make a project without doing some bling. So what we're going to do is put one up there to make it look like that's what's holding it on. And here again, we're going to use our diamond stickles. And all I'm going to do is just tip the edges of these flowers. I'm not going to cover them completely like we did that one the other day. I'm just going to tip the edges, just to make them stand out a little bit more and not look so flat. And I'm doing the same thing on the leaves. I'm just putting a little bit right on the edges of the leaf. Okay, that is all that we're going to do to it. So there is the top. Isn't that cute? And then when you open it up, there's your little explosion. And I just put some, these are our glass beads in the ruby color. Those sit down in there well. The Bow Bunny glitter paste sits down in there well. So you could put lots of different things in here other than a candle. But a candle would be really, really nice if you're taking it to a craft fair and you know, you don't know if they're crafty or not, so everybody likes candles, so a candle would be really nice to keep in here. And then just sit them out on your table, put a little price on them, and you've got a beautiful little project made. And it doesn't take much to make these, and you don't have to put that extra paper on the inside if you're making a lot of these. You can just use that one layer. Okay guys, that is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. We will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.